We got Mike and Red on the pod, yeah. We got stats and all the latest news. You know what, Mike and Red ain't no facade. What's your sport? Come and tap into. Yeah. 2 bros in the pod, yeah. 2 bros in the pod, a pair, yeah. 2 bros in the pod, where? Yeah. 2 bros in the pod, we here.
Yeah, hello? Yo, what are you doing, bro? We about to record. What? Traffic, come on, bro. You killing me here. Yo, Gabe, we recording? Damn,
We're
why
live
you didn't tell
right
me? Listen, yo, bro, I got to do it solo dolo, man. Solo dolo, bro. Rojo dolo. That's it. All right, I hit you. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of 2 Bros and a Pod. It's your man, Red. I'm sorry, but all you guys got is me today. We gonna hold it down. I'm gonna need y'all help. I got my man Gabe over there, so we're gonna have a great show. We got some technical difficulties with Mike over here. You know, he can't make it. But nevertheless, let's get the day started. Let's go. Listen. We had the football playoffs this weekend. Started off. I didn't do too good on my picks, man. But what prediction I did get spot on was that Washington and Tampa Bay game. But let's pull up those scores, Gabe. Pull those scores up. So on Saturday, we had the Chargers and the Texans in. Oh man. This guy, go, let me see these, yeah, man. Herbert did not show up at all. I mean, this guy was playing like a deer in headlights. To put it into perspective, right? Justin Herbert, I believe he played all 17 games this season, or 16 out of 17 games. I think he missed one game. He had more interceptions this game than he did all year. All year long. He had 4 interceptions and only 3 on the season. So that gives you an indication on just how horrific of a game that he played. I mean, I heard of bad games, and then there is this. So in his 2 playoff games, the first playoff game, I believe, was like 2 years ago, where he lost to the Jaguars and Thor. He lost to the Jaguars. It was they had a 27-point lead, and they lost that game. And then, obviously, yesterday, C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans, where he played, arguably the worst quarterback playoff game of all time. I mean, it was just terrible. So I was wrong with my prediction on that. I thought he was going to turn over a new leaf. He got Harbaugh, new coach, great coach. But listen, I could be wrong, and I was, and I'm fine with that. So they got smoked 32-12, and then in the next game, obviously I was right about this game. The Baltimore Ravens mollywop the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 28-14, the score didn't really indicate on just how bad the Steelers got outplayed. It was like a marathon, a sprinting race, anything that involved running. That's what they did to the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers just could not stop it. The quarterback option, T.J. Watt didn't know who to tackle. I think it was about like 4 times where he tackled Henry, and Henry didn't even have the ball. It was just a beautiful, beautiful called game. And the Steelers, in my opinion, as far as Mike Tomlin goes, right, they haven't won a playoff game since 2016. And there's a lot of I think it's split, right? You know, some people are saying in the sporting world, be careful what you wish for. You get rid of Mike Tomlin and you start over with a new coach, and it could be. But I believe we have much more than a decent sample size, right? We got 8 years. We got 8 years of the Steelers not winning a single playoff game. So at what point is enough, right? You know, for Mike Tomlin's sake, you know, he's done enough to deserve a fresh start, right? He has a championship, has a Super Bowl, Lombardi trophy. So he's done enough, you know, all these, 17 consecutive winning seasons. But this is a what have you done for me lately league, right? Remember, what's the coach name? From Cincinnati. Oh, goodness. What is Cincinnati's old coach? Cincinnati's old coach when they had Chad Johnson. I tell you right now. What's his name? What's his name, Gabe?
Kerry Cohn?
No.
Fickle?
No, in the early 2000s.
Brian Kelly?
No.
Antonio?
No. Keep going.
Rick Minter?
No.
Butch Jones?
No, it's not none of those. God, jeez, what's his guy? Give me 1 second, guys. I find his name for you right now. Cincinnati Bengals old coach. Yes, exactly. Marvin Lewis. So Marvin Lewis was, you know, the Cincinnati Bengals would continue to have winning seasons and going to the playoffs. And I mean, this guy could not win a playoff game to save his life. I mean, given he doesn't have a Super Bowl, right? But take out that Super Bowl, right? We're not taking it out, but we're taking it out, right? Take away that Super Bowl. What have you done since that Super Bowl? Yeah, you got these winning seasons. You have these playoff appearances, but you're not winning playoff games. Remember Minnesota Timberwolves with Kevin Garnett? They would go to the playoffs. They would get knocked out first round. So like at some point, right? Because we can't get back time. You know, players are aging, coaches are aging. You know, in my opinion, I think he needs a fresh start. Pittsburgh needs a fresh start. And because they're not in a position to draft a high quality quarterback. They don't have the cap space to obtain a free agent quarterback, and there's no free agent quarterbacks out there. So do you just continue with mediocrity, right? Because this is Pittsburgh. You know, they're not they you know, they got what, 6 Super Bowls? They're not used to just going to the playoffs and forget about not winning a game. They don't want to go to the playoffs and just win a game or two. They want to have a chance to win it all. And right now, there's no chance. Pittsburgh Steelers have no chance of winning a Super Bowl. No chance. I don't care if Belichick was the coach. Belichick and Mike Tomlin and Parcells all rolled up into one. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. So you know, with that being said, it needs to be a change in Pittsburgh. So then we fast forward to Sunday, right? Sunday's games, and the Bills just, and this is the one of the ones I got wrong. The Bills just, it started off good, right? Broncos scored that first touchdown. I'm like, woo, okay, let's go. Upset on the way. Upset is brewing, it's cooking. And after that, it was like, what? Okay, watch this. And Buffalo just destroyed the Denver Broncos. Destroyed. You know, but shout out to Bo Nix. You know, it's his first playoff game. You know, he was already performed average, to say the very least, when he's blitzed. So they blitzed him like it was no tomorrow, and you can see that it affected him dearly. So, but listen, that leads, that leads to Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens in Buffalo next weekend. I believe it's Saturday. What day is that? Saturday or Sunday? Gabe? Oh,
Sunday night.
Sunday night?
Yeah.
Man, get your popcorn ready, whatever. Get your pizza, whatever your pleasure, whatever you get, your wings. Because this matchup right here, yes, this is like a Super Bowl, in my opinion. This is like a Super Bowl. Baltimore versus, so these are the 2, 1 and 2, right? No specific order. Top MVP candidates in the league. It's either Allen or Jackson. And what better way, man? I mean, this is like, you can't script better shit than this. You couldn't script it better. It's going down. So they already beat them in Baltimore. Ravens already beat Bills in Baltimore earlier this season. And Lamar outplayed Josh. So this is different now, right? It's the playoffs. This is to go to the AFC Championship game, right? So it's either going to, Houston Texans are going to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs next weekend. So who knows, right? Stranger things have happened. I don't think it's going to happen. But if Houston Texans is able to pull out a miracle, it's going to be the Texans versus obviously the Bills or the Ravens, and should be a good one. So we also had yesterday the Eagles. They just out physical, man. It was like an NFL team versus a JV high school team. They pushed them around, beat them up. Took their lunch money. Yeah, it was Packers didn't really had no chance. And to insult to injury, they lost. Christian Watson was already out, right? Obviously, he didn't play. But they lost a second wide receiver. They lost a third wide receiver. They just kept losing guys. They lost I believe they best offensive lineman. They just kept losing star players on their side. So they didn't have a chance. Packers didn't have a chance. And then the finale is the one I picked. I said this is going to be a great game with, Lattimore versus Evans, Commanders versus the Bucks, and it was a great game. Vegas had Tampa by 3, but it was the other way around. Commanders wound up beating the Tampa Bay Bucks 23-20. And it was an awesome game. Jaden Daniels, he showed out. I mean, he led the team in rushing all season. He led the team in rushing yesterday. He accounted for 87% of the Commanders' offensive production yesterday. So that just goes. And listen, Baker did not play bad. Baker played good as well. So it was a battle. I mean, Baker had a run, I believe it was the second quarter, where it was 4th down. They needed to get this first down. And there was a wall in front of Baker. It was a wall. And one of the pieces of that wall was 300 pounds. And he ran through that wall as if his child, God forbid, was behind that wall. And he had to get through that wall in order to save his child. He bust through that wall and he just kept going. It was an 18-yard run. I'm sorry. No, one of them I believe, was 300 pounds. And there was also a linebacker. So go figure. Baker played great, but that turnover in the 4th quarter where he went to hand it off to the running back and it wasn't to be. Ball on the ground. Washington recovers the fumble. They score on a 4th down play, and the rest is history. They wound up moving on. And Mike Evans played well as well, but they weren't able to pull off the victory. So shout out to the Commanders and their rookie quarterback for advancing. So let me see next week's games. Let me see next week's games, Gabe. I believe we have Eagles are going to be playing. Yeah, that's to be determined tonight, right? Because tonight we have the Vikings and the Rams. So whoever wins between the Vikings and the Rams are going to be playing the Eagles. Like I said earlier, we have the Ravens and the Bills. The Commanders will be going to Detroit to face those Lions, and Texans and the Chiefs. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I'm going to pick the Lions. I think the buck stops there in Detroit. I'm going to pick the Ravens. And between the Eagles and, let's say if Minnesota wins, I'm going to go with Minnesota. If it's the Rams, I'll go with the Eagles, even though I don't want to. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan, even though I don't want to. But let's go Minnesota. Minnesota needs to pull it out tonight so they can face the Eagles and beat them. And then it'll be Minnesota versus the Lions for the NFC Championship game, which would be another mini Super Bowl. That will be if we could get the Vikings and the Lions and the obviously after we get the Ravens and the Bills and the Ravens win and then the Ravens and Kansas City, oh my goodness. Then let's say Ravens go to the Super Bowl and we get Ravens and Lions. Woo, or Ravens and Eagles. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So we'll see. We shall see. Mike Vrabel was named, I believe yesterday. He was named the new head coach of the New England Patriots. He's a former player. He won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. And so what I hear is the reason why they made the change, right? Why they fired goodness gracious. I got brain farts all over this whole morning. They fired what's my man name that they fired? He was also an ex-player on the New England Patriots.
The Wi-Fi is really slow. Oh, it was no, the old one was
Come on,
Jared.
Gabe. No. Yeah, no. Yes, Gerard Mayo. Woo. Pardon me, guys. Gerard Mayo. Yes. So the reason why they fired him was because after the loss, right? After a loss, instead of going over film and everything on the flight back, he decided to go play cards with the players. And they had allegedly they had some executives, some New England executives, and also on the flight. And obviously, Kraft is the one who made the decision. So I don't know if Kraft was on that flight, but obviously he heard about that. And that's what they're saying is the reason why. That's what cost him his job. So who knows? Maybe he saw the writing on the wall. He knew he was going to get fired, and he said, fuck it. I'm about to, deal me in. What we playing? Spades? What we playing? Pity pat? Poker? What we doing? Deal me in. I don't know if that was the case. if that was the case, it is what it is. You about to be fired, and there's nothing you could do. But if that wasn't the case, and he had no idea that he was going to lose his job, and they just took a loss, and instead of going over, what could have, should have, could have, would have in that game that they lost, he decides to play cards. I could see why that would make, ownership, upset. I could see that. What about you, Gabe? You can see that?
I mean, especially after like the rigid Belichick years, I would understand that they're not used to it.
Of course. They like, yo, this laid back shit, man. We used to militant Belichick, and you come here after a loss, you playing cards, you laughing and joking, shits and giggles. Man, because I don't think, right? Because obviously, I don't know if he had a 3-year deal, 4-year deal. They still got to pay him all that money, right? So Mike Vrabel was already out there when they hired him, right? Given Mike Vrabel probably said, I'm not interested right now. I'm still weighing my options. But you go hire my point is, I don't think they hired Gerard Mayo knowing that they were going to fire him after 1 year if Vrabel was available. Because you still have to pay, and if that's the case, they could have just promoted interim coach and paid him less and put him on a 1-2 year deal, whatever the case may be, and say, you know what, okay, if Vrabel's available next year, next season, then we'll make the move. Yeah, so he's out, Vrabel's in. So during yesterday's game, during Philly and Green Bay's game, Philadelphia's Eagle receiver Brown was seen on the sideline reading a book. Not in between plays, but while the defense was on the field and offense is on the sideline, obviously he would be reading a book. So the book is called The Inner Excellence, right? So it stood out to me, right? Because I don't think I've ever seen a active player, right? The most I've seen them, right, especially the quarterback, looking at the tablet. I don't think I've ever seen an active player reading a book. I don't care what sport it is, basketball, football, baseball, whatever they're reading would, right, have to pertain to the game and the plays and what they could do different. But just to be reading a book while the game is going on, listen, I'm not saying, because in the post game, he said he always does this. This is my first time seeing it, right? Philadelphia, this is not the first time they've showed him on the sideline of a Philly game. I could be wrong, right? You guys tell me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. Say, Reg, you wrong. He always does this. I've seen this before. But I've never have, right? They play us. They play Cowboys twice every year. I watch those games. I've never, ever seen A.J. Brown reading a book. And there's nothing wrong with reading, right? We should all love to read, right? I love to read. I love to educate myself. But during a sport like football, he said it helps him, calm him down and all. I get it, in my thoughts, right? In my opinion, you can do that before the game, right? Read your book before the game, but reading it while the game is going on, like periodically all game it's just odd to me.
You know what's crazy? After he was seen reading the book, it shot to Amazon's #1 bestseller.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course. It number one bestseller. So I would not be surprised if he got a check for that.
Yeah, I was about to
right?
say.
Yeah, he got a check for that shit. What? Inner Excellence is excelling his bank account as we speak. Because that shit, like Gabe said, that shit shot to the #1 bestseller. I myself went to Amazon to check out the book. I'm like, Inner Excellence, let me check this out. It's national televised game, playoff, everybody's watching. Yo, AJ, can you read this book on the sideline? Blah, 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 blah. We give you. Now, mind you, they won the ball game, right? If they would have lost, oh my God. Oh, forget about it. He would have never, ever been able to live. That shit would have went. He would have went down in history as one of the biggest fuck ups ever if they would have lost that game. But they didn't lose, right? So when you win, you get away with a lot of shit. You get away with a lot of shit. I think if they was, the coach of the Eagles he's not that type, but shit, a Bill Parcells, somebody, and they losing, and you on the sideline talking about, just breathe and relax your mind and don't worry about anything negative that comes. He would have ripped that fucking book out of his goddamn hand and threw that shit. It's like, yo, get this, we fucking getting blown out here and you reading about inner excellence. Hey, listen, only games, right, or sports I could see you reading in between, right, is maybe bowling, which I don't really consider a sport. It's more like a skill. Golf, tennis maybe, right? You got the break in between tennis you can open, but something is high impact and vicious as football? What? I've been watching football a long time. I've never seen that, but they won, right? Eagles, the Pigeons won. The Philadelphia Pigeons won. So congrats to them. Shit, he might keep on doing it, right? It might take them all the way to the Super Bowl. Who knows? So I'm looking forward to next week. Next week's games. It's gonna be a movie, as they say. It's gonna be a movie. So I'm ready for that. What's up? What we got in NBA games? We had some good NBA games over the weekend. Let me get them scores. What them scores looking like? What them scores looking like, Gabe? So yesterday's games, right? It was an early game between the Knicks and the Bucks. And it was in Madison Square Garden, and Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson had a out of body experience per se. He had 44. You may say, oh, only 44. He had a great game, but it wasn't. He did it in 29 minutes. Yeah, he did it in 29 minutes. I think he's reminding you guys, like, yo, I know we got Karl Anthony, we got Cat. Cat's been the MVP of the Knicks up to this point in the season, but he's letting putting everybody on notice. It's like, don't get it fucked up. I'm still him. I'm JB. I'm Jalen Brunson. I'm the same guy who dropped 240-piece back-to-back games in a playoff in the playoffs with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm the guy. This is my team. So this is just to remind you. This is to remind you. And mind you, he's averaging 25-7 for the season, right? 25-7 for the season on 48% shooting. Jalen Brunson may not have the prettiest of games, like a SAG, like who's some of the other great point guards, like a Ja Morant, but he like a Melo, but he is efficient.
I like his play style. He's like stocky, bully ball.
Exactly. He's like a bowling ball, right? He's strong. He doesn't get intimidated. He's clutch. He'll give up the ball. He'll pass you the ball. It's not about him always scoring 40, 30 and 40. He's a team player. He plays defense, right? He can shoot the three, but he doesn't shoot 10, 15 threes a game.
plays ethical.
He can handle the basketball. Exactly. His fundamentals are top notch. Top notch.
Ethical hooper. He's not a free throw merchant.
Yeah, he is.
SGA or Trey or Luka or James Harden.
Yes,
LeBron.
and shout out to all those guys. Those like SGA is special.
Merchant.
Luka's special. But yeah, Jalen Brunson he's a great player. Just put it that way. You know, he's a great player. They come in all different forms, and he definitely foots the bill. Jalen Brunson is a dog.
Best guard in the NBA.
Best. Whew. See, he going too far. He going to Mexico. Stay here, man. Stay in US for a second. You going abroad. Best. You saying he's the best point guard in the NBA?
Yes, I think so.
You took about 3. You took a gulp. You took a deep breath. Like, get it together over there, Gabe.
Nah, he.
He. What? You laughing? What the fuck is that? He. What is that? He's what? Come on, man. Say it with your fucking chest. He's
Jalen
what?
Brunson's the best point guard in the NBA.
Jalen Brunson's the best point guard. Listen, all right. Listen, check this out.
I'm not supposed to be here.
SGA is the best point guard in basketball. SGA is the best point guard in basketball. And this is not taking nothing. Listen, I just gave Jalen Brunson his flowers. This is taking nothing away from Jalen Brunson. But SGA is what's that? What's that song? Smooth operator. Smooth operator. This kid is silky smooth. 31, 5, 6, 52. And he's doing it every single. This is his second or third year in a row averaging 30. He is, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
This is his third year.
Third year in a row with 30 or more.
There's no one on that team, though.
Excuse me? He averages 6 assists. Gabe, he averages 6 assists.
I guess so.
What do you mean? He passes the ball. Go to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams might be an all-star this year.
I know. It upsets me.
Okay, check this out. Think about all of the other teams. See that statement you said? Oh, there's nobody on this team. That just makes it even better. He got nobody on the team, and they're arguably the best team in the league.
Get it?
You don't get it? It's extra.
Like, I look at that team.
He said, "I don't get it." Exactly.
I look at the roster, and I'm just perplexed.
You're just baffled.
Why are they
like the LeBron effect with Cleveland?
Yeah, kind of.
You're just baffled. They say he's doing it below the rim. I'm going to tell you what they got. You ever seen a post game with them when someone's getting interviewed? You ever see the camaraderie?
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that about them.
That speaks volumes. I love it. He had to tell him a few games ago. He was like, "Hey guys, chill out for a second. Like, let me get interviewed." Like, he was dead ass. He's like, "Yo, chill, y'all."
They be glazing him though, like in the post game interviews. You don't think so? A little bit.
That's their leader, man.
It's a
He's
little
the
bit
leader.
It's a little much. I don't know.
Okay, well look, it works for them. Right? So their camaraderie is second to none. Their team defense. I don't know if you watched him with the Knicks, right? Did you? Whenever the ball is swung, their name should be the Killer Bees. Shout out to Wu-Tang. Their nickname on defense should be the Killer Bees, because they undersized and it doesn't matter. They're gonna outwork you. You're not outworking the Oklahoma City Thunder. You're not outworking them. They lead in steals. They lead the league in point differential. They are just a great team. And Chet, their two of their top 3 defensive players are not even playing. Caruso and Chet is not even playing. And they doing this.
They also got Hartenstein too.
Hartenstein was gone for a while, and they was still doing it.
Yeah, they were doing. Yeah.
If that's not the if that doesn't
You know what's the
say
scariest part
great
about
team,
The scariest part about the Thunder?
what's that?
Their capital, their draft capital.
Oh yes.
And they're the best team in the East. I mean, in the West, in my opinion. And they got how many picks do they have?
They're the best team in the West.
They have so many picks. So many. Look at this list. I can't even read all of this out loud.
Yeah. They could give up. They could just start giving picks to other teams just because they want to be nice, and they still have other picks. They still have a hell of a lot of picks. It's unbelievable. Oh my goodness. What is that? 4 first rounders. Jeez Louise. Yeah, 20. Make your head spin, man. It's not even fair, man. Like the rich keep getting richer, right? But that's great. That's great GM work. That's all that work behind the scenes. That's awesome. You putting those pieces together and nobody is upset that this person is scoring more than that person. Like it just works. Just works.
They have 10 in the next 5 years. 10 first-round picks.
Unreal.
They're all from bad teams too. They have the Clippers pick. They have the Heat pick. They have the Rockets aren't bad anymore, but those Clipper picks, especially if Kawhi doesn't keep playing,
and they don't need
flag on that team.
They don't need to worry about I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, they don't need to worry about like they got to pay this guy next year. They owe somebody going to be going for. Only person that is and SGA is up for the max for 4 years, $300 million. So when they kick in the incentives and this and all of that, he has a chance to make $80 million per year. Wow. $80 million a season. I'm not mad at him. Get your money, get your bread, young fella. I'm not mad at all. You got a lot of guys out there, a lot of people out there talking about, oh, these guys is making too much. What? What are you talking about? They make? What do you think the owners are making, man? What do you mean making too much? Oh, this is their field. This is what their field pays. Period. This is not a public company. This is private. This is a private organization that's getting what, $1 billion TV contracts and things of this nature. Come on, man. But yeah, we a few years away, not too far away from seeing the first $100 million a year athlete in basketball. It's coming very soon. It might be Luka. We're going to see it. It's coming soon. $100 million a year. Yep. We're going to see it in baseball because we're already seeing 60, 70 million a year. We're going to see it in baseball and basketball. Football, we a little times away.
Did you say first $1 billion contract?
No. First $100 million a year NBA player. I know soccer is different. They got some soccer players, I believe, getting that right now. But we don't have it in the 4 major sports, right? Baseball, basketball, football. We don't have it in hockey. Obviously, we don't have it in tennis. We don't have it in none of the American sports. We don't have it, But soccer, forget about it. You really can't.
How much is Ohtani being paid? I guess I'm the guy he's supposed to.
Yeah, Ohtani's being it's like 10 years, $700 million, $765 or something like that. But it's deferred. But even if not deferred, it's like $76 million a year, something like that.
Oh, Juan Soto has a huge.
No, Juan Soto, yeah. Ohtani 700, Juan Soto is 765 for 15 years, and Ohtani is 700 for 10 years, which equates to 70 a year. right? So yeah,
We got the soccer.
yeah, 51 a year for Soto.
We got Lionel Messi for $674,000 for 4 years.
674 million.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Jeez, Louise, 168 a year.
Yeah, 168 a year.
Damn,
It's $4,434. Oh, $4 million.
$4 million a game.
Yeah, $4 million a game.
And what we got, Ronaldo with 214 million a year.
Yeah.
Jeez, yo, just think about this. Not even. It's a lot of these guys, right? Cristiano Ronaldo is making $7.1 million per game. How many games do they play? So look, it's very simple. What, 500 for the season?
Yeah.
So that's what? That's
500
about 50 games.
Yeah.
No, 7 times 5 is 35. About 8. Yeah, about 80 games. They play that many soccer games a year? Yeah, because 7 times 8 is 56. He's getting 535.
Right now he's in the Saudi League, so he plays 60 games for the Al Nassr team. He played 60. So he doesn't even play all the games.
Okay. Well, whatever the case may be, right? I don't know, 60 to 80 games a year, right? He's making more in one game than 90+% of the world will see in their life. Maybe 95+% of people on the planet will see in their life. And this is from one game. And one game is what, 3 hours? One soccer game is like 3 hours. So in 3 hours, this brother is making more money than most people will see in their lifetime.
It's crazy.
Yes, it's beautiful, man. Like, listen, this is a position that he put himself in, right? This is why you practice all those hours. This is why you, instead of going out with your friends to the club, you say, no, I'm going to go practice. I'm going to hone my game for moments like this.
You know what's crazy? Looking at this list,
Yeah.
you don't see an NBA player until 20. Jason Tatum, who's the highest paid NBA player.
$765,000 a game,
Yeah.
which is no small potatoes.
Yeah, but compared to fucking Ronaldo.
Yeah, no, but it's only a handful of guys like that in soccer. It's not NBA. You have tons of guys making that money.
Yeah, true.
So, you got only a handful of guys in soccer that's making that kind of money. So when you talk about average, I think NBA got it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think NBA first and then baseball second. The hockey players don't really
Hockey players.
don't make as much because nobody wants to watch. Nobody really watches hockey like that.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, it's not a global sport, right? Basketball is global. Football now. They're playing games in London and Germany and things of that nature. But hockey is except for Canada. Hockey is
And like Sweden and stuff too. I think like
hockey and they don't. It's not marketed. It's
oh yeah, but
they're not getting no TV contracts like that for hockey.
No.
This is why hockey players are not really. Now listen, compared to average guys, right? Average people, hockey players are making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But compared to the meat and potato sports, it's not even close, right? It's not even close. When you're growing up, right, in rural areas, nobody's playing hockey, right? You're not saying, yo, let's go to the skating ring or go. No one's doing that. Like, it's more for like suburb type areas, which, there's not a lot of those. So kids are not really drawn to hockey like that.
Why do you think that is?
For the point I just made, right? In order to play hockey, right, you need either an outside skating ring, right, or inside skating ring. Like, how many? I've seen a couple. I've seen one in 1 or 2 in my life.
A hockey rink?
Correct. Like,
No way.
And I'm not talking about an NHL hockey rink. I'm talking about like a.
Yeah.
But compared to, I can't count how many basketball courts that I've seen.
That's true.
How many football fields that I've seen.
But hockey is, I will say, I went to Quinnipiac University. They actually won the hockey college, the double NCAA hockey thing when I was there.
Yeah. So and then you need skates.
Yeah,
you need
true.
equipment. You need a lot of stuff. It's a lot of pieces to the puzzle in hockey. Basketball, man, you could play in damn near. All you need is a ball,
True.
pants, shorts, sweats. You could play in shoes. All you need is a basketball.
Hockey is a rich people sport because you need also the equipment, like the pads, it costs money.
Exactly.
Ring time.
Exactly. Just like baseball, like a lot of, in poor countries, DR, poor parts of DR, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Cuba, they'll just get their, make a makeshift glove, right? A makeshift ball, and they'll just throw the ball around. Because look, playing baseball here, right? Especially if you want to play on a team, on a league, you got to get a uniform, you got to get bat or bats, you got to get glove, you got to get cleats, next thing you know, you're looking at like $500-$600, and most parents cannot afford that. Then you got to pay the fee for the league, right? It's not just a uniform, it's the fee, whatever the fee is, $200, $300 for the season, whatever it costs. I played in the popcorn league, baseball when I was younger, when I was a kid. And obviously I don't remember what it cost. It was, I didn't pay it, but there was a fee, right? Basketball leagues, yeah, there's a fee, but it's more feasible, right? Because the uniform don't cost that much, and you have a pair of sneakers that could last you you may not even have to go buy a pair of sneakers, right? Your kid will already obviously have sneakers. He can play in those. And that be that. Hockey there's plenty of reasons why, hockey is not, like the other sports.
We still respect hockey on the 2Bros&APod pod.
Oh, no, of course. We respect hockey. I respect the athletes, right? In order to be skating, right? I took my 9-year-old son to a party, and it was a roller skate party. So when, we bought some roller skates, and so he knows how to, he taught himself how to ride the hoverboard joint, right? I taught him how to ride a bike. So he has balance, right? Look, I don't even know how to ride the hoverboard. I've never rode it before, right? So I'm like, if you could do the hoverboard, you could do skates. Hoverboard seems more difficult in my opinion, right? Because you're like this, forward, back. Man, my son was holding on to the side, just going around. I said, son, Jake, you gotta let go. I said, it's okay if you fall, son. But I guess it's mental, right? It's mental. So I say that to say, now when you move to the next level, right? You learn how to skate, and now you on the ice. But you're not just skating like you in the Olympics. There could be a guy coming full speed to knock your block off. And now you skating with a stick and a puck. It's different. It's different. Yes. There is a difference, man. So yeah, those are athletes on that hockey ice, on that ice. Those are athletes. Do not get confused. Those are athletes. A lot of them don't have all their teeth, but nevertheless, yeah, they joints finito. Like most of them is. That's how you could tell a well-seasoned hockey veteran. If he never had any work done on his teeth, or he don't have no teeth, a lot of his teeth, then he not a seasoned vet. He just came into the league. Give it a second. Give it a little bit. Or he not getting active. He's staying away from confrontation. I think it's the forwards. I think the forwards, if I'm not mistaken, you guys let me know in the comments. Is it the forwards that really be, with the physicality, and the goalie, hockey's tough, man. Hockey's tough. Yeah, hockey's real tough. So we had Denver won, right? Switching back to basketball, Denver won. And shout out to Russell Westbrook, man. Russell Westbrook he's been balling, man. He had 21, 10, and 7 yesterday. He led the Nuggets in scoring. He's been starting lately. Listen, you guys know I've always given Russell his flowers. He deserves it. But when he had those couple years he spent on the Lakers and even if it's not the Lakers, every bad shot that Russell takes, or not even a bad shot, every shot that Russell misses badly, he gets clowned for, it goes viral and all of that. And it's weird, right? Because Russell is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, show this man some respect. Russell you cannot find another professional athlete that gives you more effort on a nightly basis than Russell Westbrook. They don't exist. You could give as much effort, but there's no athlete alive that gives more effort than Russell Westbrook. And his effort is not what made him a Hall of Famer. His numbers, right? And people say, oh, the stat pattern. Like, stop it, man. Because if he has 4 points a game for a week, you're going to say, oh, he's not scoring. But then when he's giving you, if he gives you 21, 10, like when he won the triple doubles for 2-3 years in a row when he was with the Thunder, and everybody was okay, he stat pattern. Bro, what you want the man to do? Not get the rebound? Not get the assists? Like, you can't win for losing. You can't win for losing. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, man. I listen. If the Denver Nuggets win another championship, I will be so happy, not for the Denver Nuggets, but for Russell Westbrook. Because he deserves it. And he's on a team where he's one of the main contributors. He's not just there just as motivation, right? He's playing big minutes. He's contributing, scoring the basketball, passing the basketball, rebound. He's doing everything on that team. He's probably second to Jokic in rebounds. He's in the top 3 in assists on that team. Top 3 or 4 in scoring, definitely. Most likely top 3. So he is one of the ones on this Denver Nugget team this year. So if they win the chip, I don't want to hear nobody saying, oh, it's because of Jokic. Yeah, Jokic is the best player, right? Best player in basketball, right? Arguably. But Russell Westbrook he's playing better than Jamal Murray this season. Right now, Russell Westbrook is the second best player in the Denver Nuggets. 100% facts. 100% facts. So if you want to clown when he takes a shot and it's an air ball or something like that, give him his flowers too when he's playing great. Do both. Why you only want to show up on the bad shots or the bad games? Show up on the good games too. Show up on the good games. He deserves it. He's an all-time great. Show him some goddamn respect, man. So the Lakers and the Clippers will play today. Lakers and the Clippers will play today. With the wildfires and everything going on, they had a couple of games that were postponed. So it looks like they got everything together, and they're going to be playing a game today. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody affected from the wildfires, from the people who lost their lives to the people who lost their homes, to the people who lost their businesses, and so on. You definitely have you're in our thoughts and prayers. So, you know, a lot of people disrespect the women's game, and I don't. I give you ladies your flowers, and you deserve it, right? You're athletes. No, you're not dunking from the free throw line or coming with tomahawk, from the touching the nimbers on the back of your jersey and dunking with two hands. You're athletes, nevertheless. And there was a game last night. Juju Watkins plays for USC. USC improves to 6-0. Juju Watkins drops 35. She was 13 for 15 from the field. Juju Watkins is a rock wilder. And this young lady plays defense. She does it all. And we're not hearing about Juju. We're not hearing about Juju. But we're gonna talk. We gonna give you your flowers, Juju. Juju is a dog. She's a dog, and if you haven't watched Juju Watkins yet, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go to YouTube or something, YouTube her previous games, but make sure you watch her next game. Juju Watkins is her. She's her. She got next. Yes. So I can't wait to watch her when she gets to the league. Oh, man. Yeah, she's a great player. She's a great player. So I just want to, we're going to continuously shine a light and give the ladies their flowers. Also, other news, Liz Cambage, she earns, it's just been reported she's earning $1.5 million annually on OnlyFans. What is she? What is she, like 6'10"?
Let me look up her stats.
Yeah. I know she signed a 1-year deal with the Sparks, I believe.
Yes.
Like 170,000. 6'9".
Yeah.
She's 6'9", and
she's making
like what is that? What's that? 1.7?
She was making no from her NBA contract.
No, for that OnlyFans, 1.7 a year.
Yeah, and she's making 170.
So that's about 13 times more than her WNBA salary. And listen, man, ladies, it's your body, right? If you want to go on camera, in your bra or whatever the case may be, and have, whatever amount of people subscribe and paying you $10 a month or 20, whatever the cost for this OnlyFans, I don't know, right? That's not my thing. But obviously there's a market for it. So that's your decision, regardless if whoever wants to agree with it or not. She's an adult. She has that choice, and we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, that's it's news. We just reporting the news, right? And that's what that is. Yep, 6'9". Yeah, listen, man, they got all type of things for markets when it comes to, like, you got dudes out there paying for women to beat them. Throw stuff at them. All type of stuff, man. It's a wild world, man. It's a wild world.
Wicked world.
Yeah, but moving to boxing. We talked about it earlier, right? Few episodes ago. My take was, I think Fury should retire. I said, he's, you going down as obviously a heavyweight champion. You're gonna be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. You made your money. You able to take care of your family, obviously. But you're coming off 2 losses to Usyk, and you have nothing to prove. And that was Fury's decision, because as of right now, he just made a decision earlier this morning, I believe it came out, that Tyson Fury will be retiring from boxing. And he deserves that, right? You know, you're healthy. You got your mind is sharp. Like, enjoy the rest of your life, brother. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. So shout out to Tyson Fury. Had a great career, and I hope he can, adjust to the second part of his life, right? And travel and do whatever the hell he wants to do, right? He earned it. He risked his life, right? He risked his life to entertain us. So now it's him and his family's turn to live their life and do whatever they want to do. We got a date, people. We got a date. And we got a venue. Canelo versus Crawford. Canelo versus Crawford in September in Las Vegas. Let's go. I wish I could. Well, I don't want to fast forward past summer, but I wish I could fast forward. You get the point. September is going down. Canelo versus Crawford. Oh, I can't wait for that fight, man. I can't wait for that fight. Yeah, I can't wait for that fight. Yeah, I might have to pull up. I have to pull up in Vegas and go to that fight. 100%. That's going to be, I believe, in my opinion, I believe it's going to be a good fight. I believe that. What do you think? What you think, Gabe?
Yeah, no, it's going to be huge. Definitely going to watch it, yeah. It's been years in the making, I feel like, at this point.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So, listen, we are going to, before we end the show today, we going to, let me know what you guys think about that Canelo and Crawford fight in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments about the Canelo and Crawford fight. Who you got? We months away. Who you got? You got Canelo or Crawford? And with that being said, I want to move you guys into a special edition of Who You Got. Mike's not here today. Had some trouble on the highway. I don't know. So me and Gabe we're gonna do another special edition of Who You Got. I'll start it off, and then Gabe will ask his questions. So Gabe, tea or coffee?
Tea or coffee? That's hard. That is really hard. I think I like tea more, but if I'm picking, I'm going coffee because you need coffee. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm picking coffee.
Adidas or Nike?
Nike, easy.
Iverson or D Rose?
Derrick Rose. That one is hard, but we were arguing about whether Derrick Rose should be a Hall of Famer a couple episodes ago. Derrick Rose is my favorite basketball player of all time. So Derrick Rose.
Okay. Even more than Brunson?
Brunson's my second favorite basketball player of all time. But Derrick, he hasn't done anything yet, to be fair. But I love Brunson. I like hard-headed point guards coached by Tom Thibodeau. That's my favorite type of player.
Okay. Dunks or home runs?
That's hard. That one's hard.
Dunks or home runs?
It's neck and neck for me. I don't know. I think a home run happens less frequently than a dunk. And it's so much more. I've been in the stadium for a home run, and I've been in the stadium for a dunk. Way more electricity for a home run, but a dunk gets more buzz on social media. You'll see it all week. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to give it to home runs, though.
Home runs?
Yeah.
Okay. Speed or strength?
Strength. Strength, for sure. I've never been fast.
Android or Apple?
Apple. I'm an Apple guy.
Okay, last but not least, Sopranos or the Peaky fucking Blinders, eh?
Fuck. That's hard. Sopranos.
It's the Peaky fucking Blinders, eh?
That's good.
Put in the comments if you saw the Peaky Blinders. I want to know if you've seen that already. What we got, Gabe? Talk to me. Make a decision.
You know, I think I'm going to go with the fucking Sopranos. Hey,
Sopranos. Okay, Sopranos over Peaky Blinders. All right, what you got? What you got over there? Talk to me.
I got a couple for you. Let me pull them up real quick. All right. Bourbon or rum?
Rum.
Rum. Okay. Game of Thrones Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Or Breaking Bad?
GOAT. Game of Thrones.
GOAT. All right. I don't know. Whatever. I'll also ask you this one. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
I never owned the Xbox, so that's easy.
Steak or chicken, but like when you're at Chipotle. Steak or chicken on your own?
Chicken.
Chicken. All right. NBA or NFL?
Oh, I know he's NBA or so okay, context, right? What do I like better? What do I like to watch better?
No, yes.
NFL.
NFL?
And it's crazy because I grew up playing ball, right? And I've been to both NFL games, I've been to NBA games, I've obviously watched both. Watching an NFL game is even, in my opinion, it's better than being there. Because I've been to a game where I was literally like front row per se. Because an NFL game is not like front court like a basketball game. But I was, had the on the field passes. Then it's the time for the game. I think the on the field passes where I got a chance to meet some players and things of that nature was better than the game because, like, again, you're sitting back. You can't hear the players at all. It's as if you watching a game as a fucking mute and you just watching. You don't have no idea when they gonna hike the ball. You don't know. All you hear is you're hearing all the people screaming and stuff like that. Being at a NFL game is like watching a game at home on mute.
That's pretty funny.
It's like whack, right? Like, that's just my opinion, right? People who go to games and tailgate and all that, I'm not really into all that tailgating, cooking in fucking 5 degrees and drinking 26 packs and all. That's not my thing. If it's your thing, so be it. But if that's what you go to the games for, if that's your thing, if that's what makes you happy, I don't knock you. But me, I like to be in my house with my 75, 80-inch screen, watching the game, hearing the commentators, hearing the lines at the call, 84, blue, 18, hit, Omaha. I like to hit, like, that's why front court at a basketball game is it's light years better than going to a football game. But to watch an NFL game, because when you watch an NBA game, you can hear some of this stuff, but not how you can hear it when you watching an NFL game. If that makes sense. So I choose NFL. What else?
This one, The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
The Rock. Come on, man.
Damn.
Stone Cold, enough respect, but it's The Rock, man. It's The Rock in here. Yeah, it's The Rock. It's The Rock.
And then I got 2 more. I got Larry Bird or Dirk Nowitzki.
Larry Bird.
Okay. And then I got the Travis Scott Jordans or the Off-White Jordans.
Woo! I have both. What do I like better? But there's tons of different Off-Whites.
But like overall, like as a
overall,
like because there's tons of
overall. Overall, I'll say Off-Whites because there's
Off-Whites.
more options.
That's fair. I like I think I'd pick the Travis Scott ones.
Yeah, I got some Off-Whites on today, baby.
Oh, you got them on, bro.
You know what I mean?
That.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Why not? Look, Gabe, you didn't even realize that. Check it out. Yes,
fire.
sir. That's it?
That's it. I think we're done, yeah.
Oh, man. Listen. Guys, gals, thanks for joining us. Let us know how let me know how I done, right? Let me know this is the first time I was, rojo dolo today. Rojo dolo. But it's all good. Shout out to my man, Mike. He'll be with us for the next episode. And let us know also in the comments. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting breaking news. Mike won't be here for the next. I'm sorry. You're stuck with me for the next episode as well. Mike will be back later on in the week. But nevertheless, let us know how you Let us know how you liked our last episode. I don't know if you checked it out. Go check it out. We had my man, Barack Best, Boxing Bully. Awesome boxing analyst. He gave his take on some, on everything boxing. It was a great interview. Let us know how you like that. And we got some dope interviews coming up for you guys. Stay tuned with that. As always, like, comment, subscribe, right? Like, comment, subscribe, right? Like, all that. Like, comment, subscribe, share it. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Without you guys support, there's no us. We just be here talking to each other in the basement somewhere, right? So appreciate you guys. Until next time, see you. Be good. Let's go.